Didn't say anything.
So you took the hose nut off already, and now you're taking the.
This needs to come off.
All right.
Just pull it straight out. Yep. One thing that I want to just point out: whenever you're working on the stem area, you want to do them in the order that they are appear. So, for example, you take the hose nut off, then you take the check valve nut off, then you take the lock nut off.
Okay.
The way it appears, because if you try to get too far up, you won't be able to take it all the way apart. It'll start binding up on you.
And then
This whole piece.
one?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
that comes off too, though. Oh yeah. Would that need to come out first, or
Generally, yeah.
Before that.
Yeah, but the way you did it, obviously it'll come loose because it just slides it right out of the groove. And you just pop your check valve off, and then push that white stem up and out of the sleeve. That's how you get that open. It won't, because you can't pull it down because it's keyed.
And that's our last O-ring
Right.
in there that we get changed out. You can leave it on.
okay?
Good, and give it a pull. Pull it all the way down. If it doesn't pull down, you did. But if
you
it doesn't
know
pull down, you know you didn't line up the groove with the tooth.
Okay.
And that's an important piece.
Nail.
Just remember the guides here, they only go in one of two directions, or one of two positions, I should say. So if it doesn't feel right, it won't go, but once you get it in there, then it'll tighten
Oh,
up.
I see. Yeah, it's like lined up right here.
Mm-hmm.
This guy?
Yep, that's a split ring. So what you want to do, that's what happens. What I was going to suggest you do is you take it all the way up to 1 to 100, and what that'll do is that'll give you enough of the thread here where you'll be able to get your hand in there to hold it down when you put that on.
Okay.
One of your fingers in there to hold it, and then actually if you kind of just angle it this way and kind of just force it on, it'll go right into where it goes. Just take and rotate it. Yep, and then it locks in, and then you know you got it.
Okay, and this guy.
Just put them in the can. There's a can right there.
No, that piece was bad. You gotta buy this one.
I'm glad you did it that way, because I figured eventually this is going to happen. You'll notice that this piece doesn't really have any threads or anything. And I don't know if you've seen this either, but this is what enhances the mixing in these units. So it only goes in one way. Of course, there's a big keyway here that goes into a keyway that's there. I don't know if you're trying to capture that, but this is the way it goes down in there.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
What it does is when the plunger injects, it brings it up in the chamber and it actually forces it through there, which causes it to be mixed thoroughly inside the chamber. So when you go to put it back in, it only goes in one way. And so when you put the stem back on, it's important to know that, because if it doesn't line up like that, then you know you didn't get it in right. If it's twisted, then the little notches in the top of the black piece won't line up with the grooves in the blue housing. Then you know that it's not in right.
Okay.
So nobody else did what you did, but I wanted to take that because it's going to happen. And then you tighten that nut down. You always want to put the lower end first, and then put the piston in that, and kind of second to the
go
last.
in all these.
Kind of in order.
Hi, John.